collection of a tamal tree, his curly hair was decorated with wildflowers. It's a beautiful crown. It has a peacock feather, and all his jewelry, they were effulgent. And I cannot describe the beauty of Krishna, and he was holding the flute. He was holding the flute, and anybody sees him once, you'll be attracted to his beauty. His lotus feet, they were so attractive, and his walk, his gait, amazing. When he was moving his arms, there's legs and arms were like pillars. His hands stretching to the knees, and what is that? He has a Kaustubha jewel. And there was a Srivatsa mark on his chest. And my friends, how can I describe his beauty? And he was wearing pitambar, yellow dhoti, and he is like, what is that? Makara kundala, the earrings were like, like a shark-shaped earrings, and his eyes are like lotuses. Smiling sweetly, he came slowly, walked towards me, embraced me. Suddenly he became scared. He ran away. I don't know why. Up to this he spoke. And then that intense separation. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He fell down, crashed. But then he would tremble like an atom leaf when tears would come gushing from his eyes like rivers. Wow. And sometimes the body, what is that? The body, the pores will break and the blood would ooze. Sometimes he would laugh. Sometimes he would cry. Sometimes he would fall down. Third. That ecstasy is. Sometimes he would roar like a lion for a long time. But hearing that sound, what is that? They slowly came. They were just by hearing his sound. They became free from the cycle of birth and death. Sometimes body would become like a marble rock. Sometimes it become like soft like butter. They thought that this person is not ordinary. Not ordinary, people cannot exhibit this type of symptoms. Somebody thought maybe Sukadeva Goswami. Maybe he's a partial incarnation of the Supreme, Krishna. Or maybe he's like Prahlad, maybe he's Narad Muni. But the devotees of Brahmins, the wives of the Brahmins, they said, I think Krishna has taken birth again. I think he's the incarnation of Krishna. So they were thinking like that. And when the Lord would come back to consciousness, they would embrace everyone. And what is that? Nanda Thakur says, it's practically impossible to describe his ecstatic emotions. What is that? I forgot that verse by Bilamangal Thakur. He Deva, he Daita Bhuvanaika Sindho. Bilamangal Thakur sing this song. Oh, the crust jewel of the universe. Oh, beautiful personality of the universe. Oh, person that, who steals the hearts of gopis of Vrindavan. Oh, friend of the weak. Oh, friend of the devotees. Friend of the fallen. Oh, Vishnu Mercy. Oh, Shyam Sundar. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And again, separation. How can I actually, Lord Chaitanya came to experience separation. Radhabhav, right? Radharani has that. When Radharani would, she would wait for Krishna. Krishna would not come. She would cry. And it will form a lake with their tears. And feeling separation from Krishna, she would fall in that lake of tears. In 1 minute, they'll evaporate. That much hot her body was. Hare Krishna. So, Madhanakya Mabhava. So Krishna came to experience that. Sometimes like deep breath. Where can I find the sweetness, sweet face of my Lord? Which is like a beautiful flower. Sometimes, can you understand my pitiful condition? There is no end to my sorrow. Although I found Krishna, I have lost him. Again, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So devotee is like this, like a mystery, What is that? Anyway, so when he would come home, last time I told this, right? Same thing, always crying only. Not like, you show all these things, at home also same. His mother thought, who is this? Who is this? My son? He's not ordinary. He must be a transcendental personality. So one day he was crying like this, where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna? Gadadhar came. When Gadadhar came, I asked, he was holding a beetle leaf in his hands. Gadadhar, where is that Shyamsundar? Who is dressed in pitambar, yellow garment? And there's like, that beautiful beauty, where is he? Actually his crying would break anyone's heart. Because we don't have, and I have a problem describing is so much lust. So, but he was, it's like, please, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Gadadhar said, Lord Krishna is in your heart eternally. Really? Krishna is in my heart? Immediately Lord Chaitanya scratched his heart. Tried to break open his chest. He tried to. Then immediately Gadadhar went and caught hold of his hands. Wait. Krishna will come. Hold on. Krishna will come. Hold on. Lord Chaitanya became composed. Mother Sachi, wow. At least one person could pacify him. Otherwise, it's not easy to pacify. Not easy to balance him. He is so intelligent, clever. She told him, Gadadhar, always stay with my son. Do not leave Nimai's company. And Sachimata said, who came to my home? He is not ordinary. When you would cry, you cannot see literally rivers flowing, She was also, afraid to come, In the evening, all the devotees would come. And Mukunda had a beautiful voice. He would sing. When he would sing, as soon as he would, when Mukunda would sing, Gaurasundar would become ecstatic. And he would enter into that, he would become ecstatic. And he would he'd chant the name of Krishna, And then suddenly, Lord Chaitanya is very tall. So I saw he'll fall down hard. Then he would crying, laughing, shivering, horripilation, roaring. This is amazing. Sometimes his body would change colors, and this his absorption, his love for Krishna would increase whole night. This is like that, and devotees were very but early in the morning he would come back. He would become normal. He would become normal almost, and the whole night would pass just like a movement actually. So what he did, he would do these things when people chant. That's how he promoted the chanting of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah. So, so what happened? Devotees liked it. Now their devotees are fearless, you know. But this kirtan troubled the non-devotees, you know. So they said, as usual, these guys, what happened to them? I can't sleep in the night, These guys are making so much noise. I heard this, we should throw Srivas and his brothers outside. I heard the king is sending two uh, boat full of soldiers to arrest these guys. These guys all night, Krishna, Krishna. They don't have anything to do, What is the use of chanting this holy name? Why can't they chant in the mind? Why are they disturbing everybody? Whole countries, the whole, because of them, everything is ruined. So when the king's soldiers will come, these guys will run away, they'll catch us. Then another guy said, no. When they come, we'll catch Srivas and his brothers and we'll hand over to the king. I'm not joking, this is serious. So atheistic, these are all atheistic guys, Hare Krishna. Actually, you all should know one time, devotees were doing Harinam in Mumbai beach. Devotees were doing Harinam in Mumbai beach. Actually, devotees told me, I'm never in. I was in Mumbai for some time, no doubt. And one guy said, hey, what is sound? Nonsense. What is the nuisance, so much? For non-devotees, Hare Krishna Mantra, Rupa Goswami says, I wish I could have 1,000 tongues and 2,000 ears. But for non-devotees, it appears like it is very disturbance. That is a sign they're in Maya, actually. For devotees, they love it. Right? So this very famous politician, he came to Mumbai beach for doing his morning jogging, whatever. He saw this. Hey, what is the disturbance in the morning? Disturbance? I'm telling you, disturbance only. Stop. All right. Later he was killed, actually. One time I went to London. Should I tell this tiny story?
Yes.
So I went to London and they said this temple should be closed. This man are donated by George Harrison, actually. Because of that so much traffic and America they're concerned, right? So much traffic and no. Government has the power. The local city council. Close it. Then Bhakti Charya Swami, all, Sruti Dharma Prabhu, Positive Sruti Dharma Prabhu, Pranabandha Prabhu, Sruti Dharma. They are leaders, actually. They alerted all the Hindu community. Hey, they are closing the temple. This battle went on for 10 years. They filed a case in the court. Do you know what happened? The positive thing is, Hindi community united. All the Gujaratis. How can they? Today they'll close your temple, tomorrow they'll close our temple. And it brought unity in the devotees. They told me 10 out of 10 council members died.
After 10 years.
No. During this tenure only. Everyone met with accident only. They became so scared. They approved it. And they don't even look our temple side. Really? Helicopter. Helipad has that. One council member had helipad. So he had problem getting up. On that third day, it rotates, right? So I think first one died, second and third one, fourth one. But when after that, then they started, they start realizing. By the time 10th one is gone, they realized. After that, they didn't realize. He said, from that day onwards, nobody looks at our temple side. No one can check Sankirtan moment. If you're a devotee wearing tilak, chanting 16 notes, following 4 principles, Krishna, you'll have Krishna's protection. Hare Krishna. Everyone is listening or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sometimes Krishna, puts in devotees in, what do you call it? Anxiety. But as I told the story, right? What is it? Salted bread. Every day the sergeant would come and kick. Because that is his happiness. His happiness, he would come and kick only Hare Krishna devotees. So you had to, he's like a thin guy, he'd come with his boots and he's like an officer, he'd come and kick. Sarvan Prabhu lost sensation from waist down.
Which area?
Russia. He lost his eye also, yeah. Everybody would come and kick. Because that is his happiness. One day, if he didn't come to the office, devotees thought, thank God today there is no kick. Evening. Next day, he didn't come. Third day, he didn't come. Oh, thank God we can recover. They were recovering. Then they saw the prison officials' behavior towards them changed. They are behaving very softly. Devotees couldn't understand what happened. Why this guy is not coming to office? And why everyone changed? Everyone's behavior changes. Why they became soft towards us? Then one day somebody told this guy. I mean, honestly speaking, I couldn't express properly. But it was, if you read the book, this guy was going in a car. Devotees prayed to Narsingadev. Sarvana Prabhu lost sensation from waist down. He lost his eye also because of this beauty. And what can they do? They were in the prison cell. They would be beaten up. They would pray to Narsingadev. So one day this guy went for a weekend trip. And, he went to some mountains. From mountains he was coming down. And he lost balance. And the car fell down from top into the ditch. With all the sophisticated technology Russia had, they couldn't reach the car. You need like huge cranes to reach the car. Even after reaching the car, they could not open the car door. Finally, they had to cut open to take the charred bodies, charred to death. Whole family. Then since then, every prison official behavior changed towards them. Hey, these guys are little, should not touch. Actually, that's Krishna comes into the picture, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, how long? Should I continue?
Yes,
So, what is that? So devotees also came to know government is sending two boatfuls of boats full of soldiers. Then the devotees started what is that? Praying. Started praying, and she was usually family man, children, brothers. So up to that point, devotees were not aware of. They were seeing these beautiful transformations. They did not know he's a Yuga avatar. Came to spread the Yuga Dharma apart from experiencing the love of Krishna as a devotee. So what he did, he decided to manifest himself. And what he did, so it's very beautiful. Lord Chaitanya is very beautiful actually. Long hair, long arms, extending up to knees. Had Brahmin thread, and what is that? He went to the river bank. So when devotees saw him, they became very happy. When the ritis, they became very happy. And they went. So non-devotee said, "Oh, dekho, he's so he doesn't care, he has no fear. He's just walking like a king." But devotee said, "Oh, thank God he's there, So he went. I think I told this last week, right? Anyway, he went. He saw he saw the cows grazing on the bank. Some cows, they were lifting the tails, playing around. Some cows were drinking the milk from the mother. Some cows were butting like this, So he entered into that mood, that non-mood when he saw that. And he saw that he forgot. Usually Lord Chaitanya is always humble. You are surrounded. That time when he saw that, he forgot and he ran to Shiva's. And and then he kicked the door again and again and again. I'm he. So Shivas, what are you doing? Shivas was chanting nursing, he was reciting nursing Dev's mantras, for the protection. So Shivas, I am he. Whom are you meditating on? Because of your prayers and prayers of Advaitacharya, I have descended. I was sleeping on the milk ocean. And I heard your cry. I heard your cries, asking me to descend. I have descended. I am he. For that reason, I have left Vaikuntha and I came. You guys, you're not recognizing. You're totally being complacent. And Advaitacharya Prabhu has been to Santipur. I have come to protect you all from this miscreants and demons. Don't worry, just worship me. She was opened his eyes. Wow. Lord Chaitanya revealed his Krishna. She couldn't believe his eyes. He made offer prayers. Then Srivas Thakur, from 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. All Chaitanya Charitamrita is 50% Bhagavatam only actually. So offered Bhagavatam, like Brahma's, when Brahma, Krishna tested Brahma, Brahma tried to test Krishna and instead he was tested. Then Brahma came to fall at his feet. And Krishna was standing at the, standing with holding the pickle, and palm full of yoga trace and pickle. Already, mouth is smeared with yoga trace. And he has a peacock feather and Gunjamala garland. Then Brahma started offering prayers. My Lord, so it is actually Brahma offers prayer describing Krishna's beauty. What is that? Then, my Lord, you came as Lord Ram and you killed Ravana, and now we are standing in the threefold bending form holding this yoga dress and pickle. And what is that? Now you have descended as a Vishwambar. You have come to protect the devotees. You've taken birth as a son of Jagannath Mishra and Mother Sachi. In the different incarnations, you appear at different times. So Vamandev, you appeared as Vamandev and you took it Bali Maharaj. Then, so you so many Leela Avtaras, Manantara Avtaras you have. You came as, what is that? You're Jagannath in the Nilachala. You're the cause of all causes. Everyone is subordinate to you, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, everyone, all the devatas. You're the owner of all these unlimited energies, external energy or internal energy. Lakshmi Devi doesn't know your glories. Even, what is it, Anantasej doesn't know your glories. So because you placed me in this family life, I do not know you, my Lord. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I've wasted my life because of, because I'm a family man, I have wasted my life. Now, oh my Lord of my heart, you have descended. And now all my fears are gone. Thank you. My eyes are blessed with such a divine vision. So I'm seeing that same lotus feet being served by the Rama Devi, Lakshmi Devi. So seeing that beautiful form, Shiva said, he started offering prayers actually. So tears are flowing from his eyes, and he fully surrendered, raising his hands. Shiva and Lord said, the Gaurasana said, bring everyone and let them see my form. Tell everyone to come, and see this and ask any boon you want. Everybody came. That is the fortune of having a devotee. What is that? If you have a devotee with you, then you'll gain entrance. When Vibhishan surrendered to Ram, Vibhishan decided to surrender to Ram. Vibhishan came to the Dhanushkot, this side of the Lanka, this side of India, other side of Lanka. But with him came 4 demons. They don't know Ram, but they are connected with the Vibhishan. They got the grace of Ram. Ram accepted them on the same day. So either you should be a pure devotee or you should be connected to a pure devotee. Either of the two will work. Shiva called all his family members. They were shocked to see Krishna. Wow, sitting on a throne. So what happened? They offered prayers, they worshipped him. Then the Lord said, smiling, may your attachment and attraction increase towards me. I heard that the soldiers are coming in 2 boats. Ha ha ha. Don't worry. I have to give them sanction as a super soul. Otherwise they cannot come here and arrest you. Take away, I control, king only can arrest you if I give permission from within the heart. But if king is demoniac, he can, he doesn't listen to my dictation, and then what I will do? I will appear myself in the boat and I'll ask the king, what is that? As soon as I appear on the board, I drag him down and I'll sit on the throne myself. Because I am the Paramatma in the heart, he cannot do anything. Otherwise, one more thing. What is that? And I'll tell the king, king, call your Qazis, all the mullahs, and bring all the animals, tigers, lions, elephants, everything. Make your mullahs cry this, make them, create an atmosphere where these animals get love of God, ecstatic love of God. tell them to do that. They cannot do that. Then what I will do? I will give love of God to all the animals. I'll pick up the wildest elephant and I'll give the love of God. And I love that wildest elephant starts jumping up and down, dancing. The king will understand. I am Supreme Lord, who has come to give the ecstatic love. She was, don't worry. She will prove you right now. And he looked at his Shiva Thakur niece, 4-year-old Narayani. And this time Lord Chaitanya, he exhibited a 4-armed Vishnu Narayan. And he called Narayani, come here. So Narayani came. And so Narayani chant, chant Krishna's name. And dance in ecstasy. Narayani was only 4-year-old. But when Lord Chaitanya gave the instruction, that time he was exhibiting this Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Now he is exhibiting Narayan form. So when he said to Narayana became ecstatic, started rolling on the ground. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Tears were pouring from his eyes. Everyone was shocked. For years, they recollected how Narayani became the recipient of Lord Chaitanya. By the way, who is Narayani?
Need of Shiva.
Another name, what is another relationship?
She'll make all the cook for Chaitanya. Yeah, so many items for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when they travel to Puri and give them.
No. Niece of Shiva, Narayani's niece. There is one more relationship. Author of Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur mother. She is the mother of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Vrindavan Das Thakur was born to her. And he is the one who wrote his book. So she became ecstatic. She lost. There is no conception of the metal world. She started rolling again. The tears were pouring. And Vishwamara she was now, you can believe. And my Lord, when you exhibit your universal form, to destroy the whole universe, so in the form of time, you destroy the whole universe. My Lord, what is impossible for you? You are non-different from your holy name. I'll chant your holy name. But what fear I have, my Lord? Because you are here, the cause of all causes. So when all the devotees they start seeing this Narayan form of Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Wow, how fortunate they are. Personified Vedas want to see that form. Brahma wants to see that form. Shiva wants to see that form. So actually, Vrindavan Das Thakur writes, though Krishna appeared in prison house of Kamsa, he appeared, as son of Vasudeva. Very interesting. All the pastimes he showed it to Nanda Maharaj. Likewise, though he appeared in Jagannath Mishra home, he would display his leelas in Srivas Thakur home. And sideways or nearby actually. You're all listening?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, what is that? Everyone got the grace. One time Mother Malta told me. Mother Malta told me, excuse me. She said, her daughter Saraswati had small Krishna. One day what Prabhupada did, Prabhupada took Krishna. Prabhupada would play with her actually. the grandchildren. Saraswati, where is Krishna? She went to a place where Krishna was there. He was not there. Saraswati became ecstatic. Mother Mal told me, my daughter became ecstatic. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? And finally she came to Prabhupada and said, Swami, you have Krishna. I know. You know? But she said she became ecstatic. She became ecstatic. One day what he told me, you know what Chaitanya, the exact word that is used in Chaitanya Bhagavat is pichkari. Means when we cry, tears will come like this, right? When Lord Chaitanya would come, tears will come like this. You know, like this. One time Jamuna told me, Prabhupada was doing, they were doing Guru Puja for Prabhupada. Prabhupada, would play gong sometimes. Or Prabhupada would sing, would sing. As the devotees were doing Guru Puja, Jamuna Prabhupada was on this side, seeing Prabhupada on side angle. Suddenly Prabhupada shook from his eyes, tears like a syringe. In Americans call it syringe. They fell like this, shook. Not like 1-2 drops. He said, I saw that, he told me. So, what is that? So then, he blessed everyone and he withdrew his Narayan form now. He told Srivas, don't tell anybody. Don't tell this to anybody. Then he went to his home. All Shiva's family members. Wow, can you imagine seeing Krishna? And when you're chanting, when Krishna appears in art for 1 second, you feel so good actually. Or when you have a dream, Krishna comes in dream for a few seconds, it's very good. Excuse me. Srivas Thakur and whole family members, they had a live show. He said they saw Krishna, they saw Lord, So what is that? So what is that? So she was in his family, they were so fortunate, actually, Then, so devotees, what happened? The devotees lost fear, king and soldiers never came. And as the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued to exhibit his feelings of separation, whenever he would meet devotees, excuse me, sorry, they experienced Krishna Prema just in his presence. But devotees would come regularly and here, see, they would take part in Kirtan and see his transformations. But one thing is very evident, he would cry and as though the Ganga that emanated from the feet of Vamandev, it is emanating from the eyes, likewise he would cry. Flood. Wow. Excuse me, I don't know why. So sometimes what he would do, he would reveal himself. I am he, I am he, I am he. But then sometimes, again, when he is normal, where is Krishna crying? Very interesting, actually. So sometimes he would say, where is that old man? Advaitacharya, because of his calling only I descended. But again, after a few minutes, where is Krishna? Where is? It's very difficult for devotees to understand and perceive. Excuse me. And then what is that? One day, what happened? He went to the home of Murari. What happened? He was hearing about, I think, Srimad Bhagavatam, Varahadev incarnation. He heard that. And he heard that he was in that mood of Varahadev. He ran to the home of Murari Gupta. And he ran to the home of Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta, Lord Chaitanya really nailed. Excuse me, I don't know. So, when we ran to the Murari Gupta, so Murari Gupta received with respect. My Lord, please come. But Lord Chaitanya was in the mood of Varaha. Varaha, Varaha, he went. And he was looking in amazement. So Lord Chaitanya went into this room. There's a big water pot. Immediately he lifted Varaha form. He lifted the pot with his, what do you call it? Nose. The tusks, of course. With his, what do you call it? No. Pig's nose, not pig. What do you call it? Boars. Anyway, okay, noose. So I know it has tusks in it, and he lifted this part like this, had a huge form. This, Varahadev. Murari, speak up. Don't have any fear. Now you understand who I am? Offer prayers. Murari Gupta started shivering. Wow, huge Varahadev holding this water pot. My Lord, you know only yourself by your internal energy. Who knows you? Even Balram cannot know your energies, if you don't want him to, know. And Balram, what is a Sesha? He counted all the grains of sand on earth, but he cannot count the glories that happen one day. What is that? You are known by your internal potency. I know people understand you by reading Vedas, Vedic scriptures. Abhignya Swarat, you are supremely independent. You have your own free will. That's why Vedic literatures cannot, they cannot count your glories of past times. Hare Krishna. My Lord, Yajnyo Vishnu, you are the supreme Lord of the sacrifice. What is that verse? Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. Himatva vajante mam buddhabhava samanvita. I am the cause of material world, material manifestation, inter-spiritual manifestation. So when he became angry, so when he has huge form, in Vedas, especially, certain Upanishads, what is that? Some Upanishads, the Upanishad texts, they emphasize more on Brahman. He said, I am Parabrahman, I am Bhagavan himself. Lord Brahma and Shiva, they worship me. People don't know my transcendental form. Just my touch, I can purify everything. Actually, you know what happened? I have accepted this Varaha incarnation, boar incarnation, to retrieve earth from the Garbhodakosha. You know, to retrieve earth from the Garbhodakosha. Because of these tusks, by the touch of my tusks, Mother Earth became agitated. She gave birth to a child. What is his name? Anybody knows his name? Bhaumasur or Narkasur. Bhumi's son Bhoma. He was very good. He was humble. You know, became a powerful king. He learned all the instructions and he received my protection. But somebody told me, but means whatever you told before, it is all removed. And the second line will qualify but because of the association of Banasur, he gave up. He gave up the way, you know, he gave the, because of the association of Banasur, he gave up all his bad qualities and he became a demon himself. He offended my devotees. Oh, Murari, you should understand, when my devotees are offended, I cannot take it. That's why he was also removed. I killed him. You know, I killed him. Anyway, what is that? These are very secret. These are very confidential pastimes. Secret. Any question or comment? And if nothing is there, we'll end it. And then Bhagavtam, you know what he did after prayers? And so in this, Lord Chaitanya would go to house sometimes to devotees' homes. And what is it? He would give them blessings. You know? Can I continue for 5 more minutes?
Yes, sir.
No problem? Okay. You know? So he felt very bad. You know, the congregational chanting, every day he would do it. He started, people are, you know, there are these numbers are increasing like anything. So many people are accepting, you know, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. What is it? So he felt he felt the need of association of a Nityananda Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Now Yuga Dharma has started. Nityananda Prabhu, come back wherever you are. Hari Bol. So Nityananda Prabhu from Ekachakra. Where is he from? Nityananda Prabhu was from Ekachakra. And what happened? You all, last time we told the story, you know, how he would perform dramas. And when he was a very young boy, Lakshmi Pati Tirtha, you know, initiated him. Who is Lakshmi Pati Tirtha? Who is Lakshmi Pati Tirtha? Anybody? Who is Lakshmi Pati Tirtha online?
Only know, Prabhuji, he is an initiating guru of Nityanand Prabhu. I don't know much more than that.
One more is there.
Prabhuji, he is Madhavendra Puri's disciple?
Madhavendra Puri is Guru.
Guru. Oh, sorry. Yes.
It is there.
Yes.
I don't think he is Vyasatirtha disciple.
Yes.
That's what is written.
Yes.
Acha. Okay. Vyasatirtha disciple is Kanakadas also. Yeah. Anyway, what is that? So, Nityananda Prabhu appeared in Nakshakra, and one day, we all decided, right? This, what do you call it? This sannyasi came and asked Adhay Pandit and Padmavati, I'm on a pilgrimage. Can you give your son? I need an assistant, during my travels. That's how Nityananda, that Brahmana took Nityananda Prabhu actually. Nityananda Prabhu traveled all over the place. We discussed that in the past. And he was actually eventually initiated by Lakshmipati Tirtha. And then what? Then in his travels, he met Madhavendra Puri also. We discussed that. They rolled in ecstasy. That is a devotee. And they locked up in embrace for literally hours and hours and hours. They stood together for close 10 days and they would discuss Krishna Katha. But at the end, they parted away. Then Nityananda came to Vrindavan. He came to Vrindavan. And he started staying in the place of Shrungaravatta. We went to see the place actually. So when he came to Vrindavan, he liked it. He would play with cowherd boys, because as he was actually what? Balramji. So he liked it. So he would take bath in Yamuna and he would play with the cowherds, But very interestingly, Nityananda Prabhu did not preach. Why? There is no order from Lord Chaitanya. So when he was even in Sringaravat doing sadhana, actually he used to live in a cow barn. One day he had a voice. Lord Gaur Sundar has started displaying, he manifested his earthly pastimes. He inaugurated Sankirtan festival. You should come to Navadvip. Then what happened, Nityananda Prabhu? He moved all the way, so he came from Vrindavan to Navadvip. And what he did, without telling anybody, he stayed with the Nandanacharya home. How many of you know where Nandanacharya home is? Nandanacharya's home is actually, if you come out of the temple, Mayapur temple, and go walk on the left-hand side, and if you walk and if you go to take bath in Ganga, it is on the road, Nandanacharya temple. That is a temple. Now it's a temple. That was the home. 500 years ago, Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya met Nityananda Prabhu. So when they all, so Lord Chaitanya sent two boys. Yesterday I had a dream. And one chariot came. This chariot had a flag of palm tree. One person was holding plow and mace. He was effulgent like million moon. He came and asked, is this the home of Nimai Pandit? Is this the home of Nimai Pandit? He said, what is that? We are brothers. You'll understand this. But he disappeared. Yes, an ivory ring, so beautiful. Like a summer cloud, white cloud in the summer. Balram is white, right? I think very soon a great personality is going to appear in Navadvip. So when he heard already, Nityananda came, he sent his devotees, but they couldn't find. Lord Chaitanya said, Nityananda is very mysterious. What is that? Sankarshana karana toi sai garbodh sai chapayabh sai seshashcheshyasa kalasa nityahananda kiramam sarnamastu मायातीते व्यापि वैकुण्ठलोके षडेश्वर्ये श्रीचतुर्व्यूह मध्ये रूपं यशोद्भाति संकर्षणाख्यां तं नित्यानन्दरामं प्रपद्ये. So Nityananda Prabhu is the origin of Sankarshana. Karanadaksa Vishnu, Garbhodaksa Vishnu, Kshidaksa Vishnu. So anyway, Lord Chaitanya said, so he sent two devotees. You guys go and search in Navadvip. Great personality is going to. He has already come. But Nityananda is mysterious. They walked hours and hours and hours. They could not find. Lord Chaitanya said, don't worry, we'll go now. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked straight to Nandanacharya's home. And there at the entrance, one person was sitting in Virasan. And very deeply absorbed. When the devotees came chanting, then he saw Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya saw him. So what we will do? The Nityananda Prabhu's transformations we will discuss next week.